the game. You have your warriors, each one of them in a different lane, and they have to defend that lane.
Gotcha.
And then you have the ability to do melee attacks or spell attacks. And throughout the game, being that it's a roguelike, you're collecting a bunch of stuff that'll make you stronger against all the enemies that you're attacking, but the enemies are becoming stronger as well.
I love collecting stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Let's collect all the stuff.
Yeah, they have items here that are just unbelievable. Like they have like little, like the puzzle cube. There you go, the puzzle cube, which heals you faster for some reason.
Yeah, so can you tell us a little bit about each of the characters?
Sure.
Yeah.
The rogue there in the top, or in the middle, sorry, she's a fan of the heroes. She was waiting in the road because she heard that they might possibly going into town. The top monk there, he's our mage type character. Well, he's like one that has the strongest MP, weak HP kind of thing. And the bottom one is our crux, is our warrior. Strongest man, he was the strongest man in his prime, and he just
Sweet.
loved to deal damage.
Because it was. Everything's like in past tense. Like,
Because there has
That's
been.
so awesome
Right,
about this
everything's
game.
there
That's why
has
it's
been.
called has-been heroes.
Right.
It's because it's like they're out of their glory, but they're coming back in that one last epic.
I dig the monk, as you were saying, that he uses his magic to keep himself walking. Yeah, it's like super hardcore.
He has all of these like battle damage to his body, but he's so powerful of a mage that he can keep himself up. But he has to use a lot of that magic just to do that. So that's why he also carries that cane. That's what he uses to block.
Yeah, and here we are in an epic battle against a bunch of skellies. So what's going on with
you
these
can see in
dudes?
the bottom left there are all the different spells. So each one of those slots in that spell set will buff the next spell that you put in there. So there's a lot of strategy just in the magic section of it. In the middle there, you'll see the first numbers that are getting selected.
Yeah, see 3 out of 20 and 0 out of 20. Oh, 7, 8
8
out of 20. There you go.
That's a really cool part of the game in that when you're taking these princesses to school, you're given the soul orbs.
Which are those two
Yeah, they're
girls on the
just like
left.
absorbing.
Yeah, you can see
Exactly.
a cold orb out in a second.
Yeah, which is really cool because like it's a soul orb, and so it doesn't seem like it'd be safe to give to like young princesses, but the monk doesn't want to hold anything else in his hand. So he's like, you know what, just give it to the princesses, they can hold it.
Fine.
So they gotta hold their weapons. Exactly, they have to hold their weapons somehow, right? And when you see on the right there, that's the world map, and that's procedurally generated. So each time you play this game, or a better way of putting it, every time you die and you start the game, that world map will change. There's no way you can plan accordingly to the next one.
You were saying 300 hours.
I would say for someone like me, it's probably more than that.
I feel like
Because,
completionists are going to have a payday with this game.
yeah.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
What's really cool is like, one of the things me and Matt have been doing is trying to do speedruns. And when I say Matt and me, I mean Matt, because I can't do speedruns. But he's getting to the point now where his muscle memory is taking over the controls. But still, it doesn't really matter because the further along you go, the enemies change as well. The type of enemy based off of what level you're in. So like you might be in the mountains and you'll get these like Igor-looking like Yetis made out of ice, right? So then all that planning that you did beforehand of changing what heroes you use and what spells you have won't matter anymore because the dude's made out of ice.
Gotcha.
So it's a really cool situation where like the strategy involved is literally at every single point of this game.
Yeah,
So,
so
go ahead.
you mentioned speedruns. I was just going to point out what's great about having heroes is you can really play it at any speed that you want. The game will auto pause every time that you make an attack. It kind of gives you the ability to quickly decide, okay, who do I want to move into what lane to prepare for whatever's coming next.
As the game progresses, that's going to be so handy. You're going to have lots of characters, and you need to know which ones to use at which times. So having that pause functionality is like absolutely necessary when you've got hordes of these blindfolded skeleton dudes coming at you.
Well, it looks like we're actually going to be able to hit the mini boss here. So you'll be able to see a section for the skeleton.
So in the lower left, we've got the 3 characters, and we can see all the little slots. Those are all for weapons and items.
For the items, exactly. So what
Yeah.
happens is while you advance in the game, the more you advance, the harder it becomes, but at the same time, the more items you're collecting. So your characters will get buffed up as well. But being a roguelike, if you die, you lose everything
That's
and you get to
it.
start over.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
yes.
it's unbelievable.
So brutal. I
You know,
love it.
And what's funny is we're also talking about kind of the strategy in here. So, you know, for people that have never seen a game like this, what they're trying to do is take all these, you know, their heroes and then push these waves of creatures back. But the way they're doing it is Matt is actually making very clever decisions because you have to drain someone's stamina first, right? Before you can get to someone's HP and actually eliminate them.
That's a perfect, yeah, exactly. Those little green squares that you see next to those the long red squares are your stamina, and your enemies have the same thing. So what it is you want to make sure that you minimize the number of attacks by hitting exactly the same number of stamina and then following it with someone else. So it's a combination of timing, but it's also you can't move your heroes unless you've actually taken a turn.
Right. So you have to make a decision.
It's amazing. So like that's why people like Matt, when they're playing, they already have planned the things that they're doing. Whereas people like me, when I'm playing it, literally pause it, use my finger, and then outline everyone's position in the map so I can know who to attack and when.
Oh man, what's so funny is like, I've seen this a couple times already, and getting my hands on this. And what I'm thinking is like, taking a look at the way I would do it is always looking at like their stamina, like how much stamina in what lane. Okay, and then looking at my guys and my stamina, and like, and what kind of spells, and people can hit cross lane, and there's all kinds of depth here. So I will say this thing gets deep, and but I mean, it'll be easy at the beginning, right? But I hear it's pretty fierce, man.
It is, but the good news is that Frozenbyte guys did want to give you a challenge, but they do understand that the learning curve is a little bit harder. So the first world is, I don't want to say easy, but it's easier. So it kind of slows it, gives it to you slowly, and then afterwards, that's when it gets harder and harder and harder.
Got it. The more you play, the harder it gets.
Exactly, but the more you play,
with more opportunities to get items, like a spell vendor here, he's going to be able to give me a spell that will hopefully help on this mini boss that's coming up.
I love it though. I love strat-heavy games that are just like, because it's so rewarding then when you progress, you really feel rewarded for all the hard work that you put in and all the strategizing. So yeah,
it's really cool because
awesome.
it also uses like old school bosses that are like impossible to beat. You'll see it right now.
Yep. Oh yes.
Oh, this guy's horrible.
Look at this guy.
Oh,
he's got a butterfly on his
Horribly
face.
wonderful, yeah.
Well, the
like
problem
a
with
death
him,
moth.
he
What's
summons
his bad?
these shadow things.
Okay.
And those shadow things, if they touch you, no matter if you have stamina or not, you're automatically dead.
Wait, what? So it's a one-touch death if he summons.
If he summons those shadow thingies,
Thanks.
Matt has to kill him.
Don't mess this up.
Exactly.
Yeah, no pressure. Sorry, Matt.
No pressure at all.
Do your
No
thing,
pressure or
man.
anything, but don't let them touch you.
they're one-touch kills because they're shadows. So
And
now
they
Matt has
move
to make
fast.
sure. Yeah.
Kill.
They move fast, and then he keeps summoning more and more and more. So yeah, this is a rough one to get, especially because we don't have any kind of spells that'll work on this.
Oh
I love how
sorry, Matt.
they each only have one leg. They're just like hopping at you.
They don't care.
Yeah, ironically,
No,
they
they
don't care. It's like Honey Badger.
the one-legged
one
guys
bony
seem
finger
to
of
be
death.
faster.
That's all they need.
And then what's cool too is that by freezing time, melee is one way to do it, like you were talking about, like coordinating all the attacks. But you also have to start coordinating your spells to fill in the time when your melee has to recharge.
Nice.
If you're noticing there, every time he hits something, a little circle on the left, it has to reset itself.
It's got to fill, yeah. So it has a cooldown, right?
Exactly, but these enemies are like crazy fast, so they can get to him before his melee recharges.
Oh man, this looks bad, dude.
Oh my gosh!
Dude.
That was amazing.
Wow!
So what you saw there is these guys, they can actually attack as they're moving backwards. So if I move this fighter to the bottom lane and there's someone behind him on the bottom, as he moves back into position, he'll take those guys down.
That was so
Wow,
satisfying.
and you made
Oh
that
my
snap
gosh.
decision like, I got this, like, boom, like, okay.
It's funny because I'm trying to restrain myself, but I'm usually just shouting at him. This is probably why he's playing so well. Because when we're in the office and we're testing out the code, I'm like, Matt, stop moving, do this and do that. And he's just like, no, just let me play. You don't know what you're doing.
And Matt's like nervously like,
Yeah,
he's just
okay,
kind of
like,
like,
Nah, I've never seen him play this well, actually.
I
It's
love
weird.
this.
whoa.
This-
Wow.
Oh,
It's
oh,
fire.
so relentless. Oh my gosh.
This isn't
no. And
Oh
the
my
trick here is that you have to focus all your attention on the boss so you stop summoning all those shades.
Yeah, but you don't want the shades to convince you
Because the
they're
shades will
gonna-
kill you.
Oh my
Yeah, but then we
Okay,
have the
wait.
opportunity to have another quad kill,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Well,
Let's get another one.
What's really cool is that with the HD Rumble, like when you have these really big spells, you can start feeling the controller vibrate
Oh,
in
I
a certain
love
way.
that.
And then when it's coming down, you can feel the vibration come down, and then the bottom, it'll just like,
Oh,
like
so
it's like
cool.
the biggest boop that you'll ever hear.
Super
And then all of a
That's as
sudden,
close- that's as close to like actual magic we're ever gonna get.
exactly. And then the other thing about these kind of games is like, because of the old school boss style, you don't ever want to stop playing. This is why when we found out like that we had the ability to like
Oh my gosh.
partner with Frozenbyte with this, it was a no-brainer to work with Switch because Matt and I have missed
Nice.
meetings. Like literally, my boss is like threatened to fire me because we just don't show up to meetings. And then
guys
our
just
excuse is
hacking
like,
on
oh yeah,
Just playing the game.
we only had like 8 HP left on the boss, so there's no way we're gonna not finish him off, right?
You gotta finish him. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Can you
Oh,
just
hot
hold that
potato.
conference
You
for a second?
Yeah, exactly.
That's like, go hold it.
Yeah, he's like, you know, you go to the CEO, you're like, you know what, dude, I'm sorry, man. I know this is a budget meeting or whatever, but I had to be finishing off my my character, you know, whatever. Boss, yeah.
You should break down some of the spells for
Oh,
all
yeah.
the viewers. Like the hot potatoes. We're
the
throwing
hot
potatoes.
potato- oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we're throwing potatoes, people.
It's the legendary hot potato. So the warrior has a spell where he throws a burning potato at the enemy. And when he hits them, it stuns them. It removes like any kind of stamina
Awesome.
they have,
So
and
it
it
has-
catches them on fire.
So some of the spells
Like this.
obviously have special effects.
Exactly, just like what Matt did.
Sweet.
And
I
the
know
one
he's just pulling out all the stops.
Oh
so,
yeah, no, he's going at it. And what's really cool too is that like there's so many spells in this game. There's over 200 spells and over 300 items.
Yes.
And
Oh my
Matt and I
gosh.
have played this hundreds of times, and we still get spells that we haven't seen. So we're giddy, you know. We're like
Oh,
playing this,
it's
and like,
amazing.
oh my gosh, what's this? It's like it looks amazing.
So 300 hours of gameplay, over 200 spells.
Yeah, we were doing the
Countless
math
items.
with Frozenbyte, and it's like
This
you have to
is
play the game
nuts.
over 3,000 times. And be
my
like, get a
gosh.
unique thing every single time,
Yeah.
just to make sure you get every single unlock.
This is amazing.
This is making me nervous. You're like letting him creep up towards you, and I'm
I
like,
know.
oh,
Look,
it's
he's so
strategy.
close.
He's like,
He's so
he's
close.
like holding
We
it
almost got
down.
him.
I know. We are so close.
And
Can almost taste it.
no,
Take down the death rock.
Oh, that's gotta be it, right?
But he keeps going to the mage's lane. That guy has.
There we go.
absolutely-
Yes!
Oh, there you go.
Hey! Oh,
That was awesome.
oh, dude, that's.
Great work.
Nice.
Yeah, that was
Seriously.
see, no, see.
Yeah, see, when I don't
See?
talk, it actually helps him. Those things that you saw on the top there, those little tokens that were rotating,
Uh-huh.
those things are showing you what kind of level that you're going to be going to next. So you can start thinking about your strategy. So right now, he's going into the Dead Forest. So if you'll see this, all the enemies that are in here are going to be adjusted towards that level.
Oh.
So even if he had the perfect spells before, they're not going to really help him here maybe.
Yep.
I
So now
see.
we're
It
seeing a
just
totally
depends.
new combination of enemies. So
And if you look in the bottom, there's a completely new map as well.
So
And the
cool.
number of tokens shows you how many mini bosses you're going to have to get to before you get to the boss. So right now, there was only 2 coins, which means if he finishes this level, we'll actually be able to see the boss, which is like this giant ghost pirate, which is elemental every single time you hit him.
Yeah.
So let's say you have all your like amazing lightning spells, but you get to him and he's a lightning elemental, then you can actually do no damage to him. You're gonna have to let yourself die and go back and start over.
Dang. So you really have to plan out what you're doing pretty far in advance.
That, or
Exactly.
at least kind of prep different elements so you're not caught off guard. Just kind of hit for bets on something,
Yes.
and then like, you know, maybe do like 2 in 1 if you have multiple spells, and make sure that you cover.
Exactly. And the other thing too, it's a roguelike, so we want you to die. We want you to lose.
We
Restart.
want you to lose.
We want you to just
You hear
die
that?
All right, so that's
drastically.
Shelby, by the way. He
No.
wants, you know,
No, the reason why
Death
you
and
want
destruction.
It's part of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really the best way to learn.
Yes, because
That's true,
that's what
right?
teaches you what you're going to be going up against. And that's why in the roguelike, that's why when you start over, it sounds like amazing, like horrible, but at the same time, it opens up your opportunity to get new items, new spells, and go in there in a completely different way. So one of the things that like Matt taught me was, all right, go forward with whatever you got. Try to beat as far as you can, and if you die, adjust your like anything that you're getting to make sure it fits something what you just played. There's a better chance that you're going to be able to beat it this time around.
Can we actually open up a menu and show people what that looks like? And
of course.
Yeah, let's check
So,
it out.
If you look at the spells section there, it shows you
Oh my
all
gosh.
the different spells.
Yes,
All those little question
I love
marks
this. Look at this.
are spells that we haven't ever
Are
discovered.
you guys looking? Look at all those question marks.
Yeah, there's a lot
Those
of
are all
question
things
marks.
that you can get.
Exactly. And those like solid metal ones, those are the things that are currently in the pot. So when you get to the spell vendor, you're only going to be able to get one of those. If you die a
amazing.
lot of times, more spells get added to that pot.
I see.
So you have a better chance of getting better spells in the
See,
future.
so Diane's great.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dying
Dying
is going to be great for those people starting
We
off
got
in the
items
game.
as well.
Items is a massive list as well.
This is amazing.
Yeah, but
I
it's
just
cool. Like
love
when you
this.
talk to these guys about how they came up with these items, it's just like the most random thing. You know, like they were in the kitchen and something happened, so then they thought about let's make a fork, and then like the fork will give the mage a tuning ability or something like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And every single time you're talking to these guys, every single time something new comes up, they send us this build, and me and Matt just clear our calendars and play for the full day.
Aw, that sounds like a dream.
Oh, it's an unbelievable job. Yeah.
Oh man, so you know what? I
So
think
cool.
I think we got a jet. I think it's about time.
Uh,
Again, thank you so much, guys, for
yeah,
coming
thank you
around.
for having